All right, in the last clip, we learned how to merge data together based on similar rows, right? And I showed you how to use the merge functions. There are other functions you can use, like the join function, for example, but the merge just worked fine. Now I'm going to show you how to append data sets, which basically means adding data sets together one after the other. So here's a visual, as I mentioned in the introduction to this week's lesson. Right? You're adding rows with identical columns to an existing data set. So this is what we're going to do. Let's take it to R. Again, we're working with the existing script here. And we have all our data sets loaded from the previous video on merging. So we also want to merge our other data set that I prepared for you, which is called students2. Again, if you don't have it, go to the project folder on my GitHub, download the Excel file, load it into your dedicated folder on your local computer, and then import it. So we're going to do that using the read Excel function. Let's go to that data set and see what's going on here. Okay, it looks very similar to our first students data set. It has the same columns, but just additional rows. So what's happened here is that we were working with the student data set, but actually new students joined the university, and the university administrations made the new recruit data available to us, right? Imagine we're working in some sort of university administration, and the enrollment office said, well, we got 89 students here, can you add them to your analysis? So a new data set becomes available. It is almost identical to the existing one. We just need to add it now to be able to analyze it jointly. This is what appending does. And it's very, very easy using the bind rows function. First, let's take a quick look at both data sets to see whether they're really similar, and looks like they are, right? So if columns are really identical, you don't have to make any changes or flip anything around. You can just use the bind rows function and then the name of the first data frame, comma, name of the second data frame. Let's give this a new name, right? Student new. If we run this, we have a new data frame appearing here in our environment and has 1,089 observations and 23 variables. This is because it's keeping all the existing variables from our students data set 23, and it's adding the 89 observations from the new students, right? Adding to that data frame. So we can have a quick look at that and see those are some of the 89 new recruits here, okay? And we actually see that in the new batch of student data that we received, they did not ask for the relationship status, right? So that is why all of the cells here for the relationship variable are not available, are missing. Because maybe they changed the way they collected, the student survey, they collected information from students, and that is why this is all missing. So existing columns stay the same, but if it doesn't exist in future, in whatever you're appending, it will just be a missing value. That's really important to know. Apart from that, everything looks very similar. So this is how you append two data sets with R.